Honda CBF 125 M9 model for sale on eBay. In the paperwork with the bike, it comes with the HPI check certificate that shows the bike is clear of finance and previous accidents and other things to be concerned about, so it's all clear on that. It comes with this V5 registration document, no former keeper, so that makes it a one owner from new. Registered in March 2009. A few things to show you around the bike. First thing is there is a bolt missing from the brake lever cam arm. You can just about make it out there that it's missing. Effectively you have no real brake because it's not clamped onto the cam, and when you move the brake lever it doesn't move the cam because it's not clamped. You can also see on there that the exhaust shield is scuffed. There's also a little scuff under the shield there. Also, just looking at the bike you wouldn't really notice it, but the handlebars are in fact bent and the front brake lever is slightly out as well. When you're riding it, it's kind of much more noticeable. You notice that your the angle of your arms isn't the same on both sides, so you might want to either straighten those handlebars or replace those. So there's that. The front brake was binding. When I first collected the bike, they had been sitting for about 3 months. I noticed the front brake was binding after having gone for a ride, and it seemed to be freed up and back to normal, but nevertheless, if it's doing that, it does need some maintenance on there, so you really want to sort of overhaul that caliper ideally, especially if you leave the bike standing. You can see here that this panel is held on with a cable tie here. All the panels on the bike feel secure, but nevertheless there's a cable tie there. I haven't looked behind. I don't know whether it's just a screw missing or whether there's something else that might want attention. This picture here is showing this center stand lever arm there is bent. Ideally what you want to do with that for cheapness is to just bend the arm back into the right place and weld the web on that. Alternatively you could replace the center stand, but there's nothing that much wrong with it. The best thing would be to weld it ideally, I think, really. The front mudguard is broken. I don't have the piece that's come off of there, so you've got to change the front mudguard. There are scuffs on both sides of the fairing there. You can see just under the word Honda there on the tank there, so both sides are scuffed. You can see here the heat shield on the exhaust is scuffed, which I mentioned earlier. The rear tyre has had it now. The tread's worn down on that, so you're going to need to replace that rear tyre. That's just about had it. So there we go. Can't find anything else to point out on the bike. It rides nicely. It feels, apart from those things I mentioned, quite up together. So there we go. Good luck with the bidding.